Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1 minute time check, stations.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is Hawk Talk with Lisa Bluder. Brought to you by Bud Light. It's for the fans. Hy-Vee, the official grocer partner of Iowa Hawkeyes basketball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. By the Iowa Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, who reminds you to click it or ticket day or night. By University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. U.S. Bank, life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank, member FDIC. And by Authentic Brand. Look authentic, feel authentic, be authentic. Get your game day gear online at authentic-brand.com. Now, here is your host, Rob Brooks.
Well, it's certainly been a busy week so far for the Iowa Hawkeyes women's basketball team. Started Big Ten play on Sunday, getting a big victory over Michigan State 88-61, outscoring the Spartans 33-11 in the third quarter. And, of course, Caitlin Clark, a triple-double, her second of the season, third in her career with 24 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds, earning Big Ten Player of the Week honors. McKenna Warnock, exceptional as well with 21 and 6 boards. Monica Sonato in the middle, 19 and 7. Of course, Coach Bluder's 800th career victory on Sunday, and what a scene afterward inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. And we'll certainly talk a little bit more about that. And then, of course, head to Iowa State, Hilton Coliseum, difficult place to play. The Hawks battled for 4 quarters, at a really nice third quarter, a 9-0 run, but then fell 77-70. And Coach, terrific atmosphere for basketball. You knew it would be a learning experience and a tough place to play. And won 5 in a row, 7 of the last 10, and lost that one in the last 5 minutes. But a terrific effort by the Hawks.
You know, it was a good effort. And, you know, we were down 12 points in the second half, or the second quarter, and they battled back. And so we were only down 5 going into the halftime. I felt we had momentum on our side. Actually took the lead in the third quarter for a short amount of time. But, you know, Iowa State is a good basketball team. You're going against a top 15 team on their home court. Just a great environment. You know, almost 11.5 100 people there last night. So a very, very good environment. It's a good basketball team. That's going to do nothing but help us in the future. Yeah, what do you take away with that experience? You go back to the Duke game, a good crowd there, a tough opponent on the road, come back and get Michigan State at home, and then have to go right back on the road again, as we talked about after the Duke game and also the Michigan State game, without a whole lot of practice here the last couple weeks. Absolutely. The two environments we played in were very different, but also very difficult. Both of them were difficult their own way. Duke, although they only had a little over 3,000 people there, in that environment, 3,000 is very loud.
And
it's
a good very student section.
A great student section that got all over our players and are right on top of you. It's an unusual situation to play there, and so then you go to Hilton Coliseum, which is more spread out like Carver, but over 11,500 or 11,500 people there, and a great band, a student section. Definitely, they've built a tremendous environment that gives them a really good home court advantage, and feel very fortunate that we've won 5 in a row. But all things good must come to an end sometime, and we're just going to get ready to go again next year.
That's certainly the key. And then the fact that some of the freshmen and sophomores hadn't experienced a game like that, especially with last year, hardly any fans. And that's a difficult thing to experience for the first time. You think you're ready, but until you get out there and experience, it's a little bit different.
It really is. We tried to play some music or loud, atmosphere and tried to create that during our practices leading up to the game, just to kind of get them used to that you have to communicate in a different manner. You've got to look to the bench a lot more. You've got to really, get close in your huddles and really communicate efficiently, effectively. And, it was a good lesson to learn. I'm not sure how many more environments we're going to play in like that, but we'll certainly play in some loud environments. We're certainly going to play in some hostile environments. And so it was good experience. I don't know if they're going to be as much as that, right. Except for maybe we'll create that in Carver Hawkeye Arena for some visiting people coming up here.
Yeah, we've certainly seen that a few times the last several years. And as you look at the film, what do you take away from this game? What did you like? And then obviously things to work on before your next contest.
Well, yeah, I did like our fight. We kept going. We kept battling, all the way through until the very last seconds. This isn't a team that ever gave up. I wouldn't expect them to. I thought Kate Martin really came in and did a nice job for us. Her shot, our three-point shot, she was 3 for 5 from the field. She had 10 rebounds. She had tough defensive assignments. So she shot the ball well. We did a better job rebounding in the second half. We boxed out much better the second half than we did the first half. We actually held them defensively below all of their numbers. 3-point percentage, 2-point percentage, points per game, all below their numbers. And so that was good to see. We shot better than they did from 2-point, 3-point free throw. We scored more field goals than they did. We just didn't get to the free throw line enough. We got there 6 times. They got there 22 times. So obviously, we've got to be limiting our fouls. We have to do a better job of that. And we have to get to the foul line more. We're a team that, is a really good free throw shooting team. So we need to get to the free throw line more.
Yeah, there's the ball game right there. 16 of 22 from the line for Iowa State. 5 out of 6, just 6 times. I can't remember the last time the Hawks had a game where you went to the line 6 times.
Yeah, it's very unusual, but maybe we didn't get the ball inside enough. Maybe we didn't attack enough off the dribble to create those foul situations for us. I really think Monica, though, I thought she got some pretty, good body action against her as she was taking it into the post. Lots of times those are called fouls. They just were not. And she came out and made the first 2 baskets of the third quarter and was playing so well. And all of a sudden, no more fouls called. And it was unfortunate because she shot 5 for 13. That's very low for Monica to go 5 for 13 and end up with 13 points.
But you're right. She really did spur on that third quarter, as you mentioned, that 9-0 run to take the lead and got the ball inside. And talking to you in the pregame show, thought you had the advantage, as you usually do, inside, and took advantage of it to start the third quarter when she was in some foul trouble in the first 2. Yeah,
the foul trouble hurt us a little bit as well. We had, Kate in foul trouble, McKenna in foul trouble, Monica in foul trouble, all in the first half. And so, we felt like only with a 5-point deficit, we had the momentum going in, and basically and coming out into the third quarter that, okay, we have everybody ready to go again, and we're fully loaded. And so, I was pleased with the way that we came out in that third quarter, and we won that third quarter, but just not quite enough.
But all 3 quarters outside of the third, very close. So 2 points in the first, 3 in the second, and then 4 in the fourth. And I really liked Kate Martin's 1 3-point shot. Wasn't afraid to take it. And her demeanor was exceptional, I thought. Just calm out there.
I thought Kate played really well. Her adjusted field goal percentage is 64%. Again, she led us with 10 rebounds, including 2 offensively. She had an assist on the night, and she had the really hard assignments of, guarding Jones and guarding Emily Ryan. And we were switching McKenna and Kate off and between each other on those screens. And I thought they did a really good job of handling that situation.
Certainly did. And then, of course, Caitlin Clark started to get going there as well. Ended up with 26 points and 7 rebounds. And she saw a lot of defense as soon as she crossed the timeline. And obviously we'll see more of that.
Yeah, we just got to get used to that. Like when you have a player as good as Caitlin, people are smart. They're going to defend her. But she's, still, not shooting the ball as well as she's capable of shooting it. She shot 33% from three-point range last night, 4 for 12, 10 for 26 overall. That's a lot of shots, and we've got to get her to take better shots and maybe not as many shots and score just as many points. I think she can get to the free throw line a whole lot more than 2 times. I mean, that's like 1 foul. And she needs to get to the free throw line more because she's so good there. So I just think that, Caitlin, 3 assists last night. She can do more than that.
And is getting to the basket. I mean, she can get to the hoop on just about anybody.
She can get to the basket, and I don't know. She's kind of letting that step back 3 become her go-to right now, and that's a hard shot, and I'd rather see her go to the rim.
Of course, the Iowa State game last night, but let's go back to Sunday as well and talk about Michigan State in what a terrific third quarter. This was a tight game for the first 2, and then the Hawks came out of the locker room and outscored Michigan State. Good basketball team, 33-11, and that's when both ends of the floor were really in sync.
Yeah, they really were. That was the best quarter of basketball that we've played this year. And, again, it was good to do at home. It was good to do in the Big Ten opener. Michigan State was coming off of a 5-point loss to number 24 ranked Notre Dame. So, again, a good basketball team and a team that's always in the talk for Big Ten titles and playing well in the Big Ten. So, nice to get the victory. McKenna Warnock, I thought, just had a fabulous game. I thought she was just terrific. I mean, 8 for 10 shooting from the field and 3 for 5 from three-point range. Perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line. She has 21 points, and her effective field goal percentage based, and when we factor in the three-point difficulty, 95%. So McKenna really, really had a good game for us.
Of course, Caitlin had that triple-double, as we talked about in the open, and then Monica had 19 and 7, so you had 3 players hovering right around that 20-point mark. And then good to see Gabby Marshall knock down 3 threes for 9 points. Also had 3 assists, but 3 out of 5 from deep.
Yeah, 3 out of 5 is great. And Gabby, I call her my sniper because she just is so good at knocking down those outside shots. But we've got to find ways to get her open more. We've got to, she's a great catch-and-shoot player, spot-up shooter. We've got to get her in those opportunities a little bit more. And it's going to take some penetration to get that. It has to be, a penetrate and pitch type of situation or coming off a ball screen and pitch type of situation. We're not really there yet right now with our offense. I thought we were getting there. And then the Duke game, after the 17 days that we had, and we only had 2 days of practice to get ready for Duke, we lost a lot of momentum during that time. And it's just a shame because I really thought we were capable of beating Duke at Duke. I really think we're capable of beating Iowa State at Iowa State, but not the way our offense is running right now. For example, we had 23 assists against Michigan State. That is Iowa basketball. 23 assists, 11 turnovers. We don't have near that against Duke. And then last night, 15 assists on 13 turnovers. That's just not enough for us. We're that team that hovers around that 20-21 mark, and we're playing our best basketball when we're passing the ball really well for high field goal percentage shots.
But you had to be pleased with the Michigan State game coming off the Duke performance. That was a really good bounce back by everybody.
It really was. I thought we had 2 really good practices after that Duke game. I think that our team was really quite embarrassed about how they performed on national television and really wanted to come out on their home court and start the Big Ten in the correct manner. So I was really pleased with that. We have to find that gear to get into and practice, win or lose. You just can't, you don't want to only practice well after a loss, because if that's the case, you're going to be a 500 team. So we need to find that nice sweet spot of practice where we practice with that real intensity that we're really mad after a loss. We come out with that same kind of vengeance after a win.
And with this team, it's experience, especially that starting 5, been through it before, and you have to have that confidence and know that will take place.
It will take place. Again, our offense just isn't flowing right now. It's not comfortable. This offense takes a while for young players to figure out. And so, I'm talking about, Kylie Fearbach and Sydney Alforder and Addison O'Grady. I mean, those guys are going to need, it usually is Christmas before the light bulb comes on. We're getting close, though, right? We're getting close to that. But those 3 games that we didn't get to play, 3 very winnable games that we didn't get to play, are hurting our net right now. And they're also hurting the experience that some of those players would have gotten had we played those 3 games.
How about Addie O'Grady? Has come into a couple of tough situations, one at Iowa State, and had a couple of baskets, and not an easy thing for a true freshman to do. Yeah,
Addie's our tallest player at 6'4". She runs the floor well. Last night, I thought she had a really good game. She was 2 for 2 from the field, had an offensive rebound, 3 rebounds in 7 minutes, so that's very good. I thought that Addie did a really nice job for us last night, and that was terrific to see. Addie's still kind of learning, how a freshman needs to practice every single day. And once she figures that out, she's going to be a good player for us.
Yeah, because you have to feel confident this is going to be a really good bench, especially when Big Ten season rolls around.
Yeah, I think we're still feeling the effects of losing Sharon Goodman. Sharon was such a physical post, and she shot 55% from the field, a tremendous margin, and I think we're still feeling the effects of losing her. We also lost Shatia Wettering in the offseason, and Shatia was playing so well, extremely well, and would have seen significant time this year. I really believe that, and so those 2 ACL tears came within 20 days of each other, and that was just a rough blow for our team. But luckily, we do have, Logan Cook, we have Addison O'Grady in the inside, and we have Kylie Fearbach and Tomi Taiwo that are giving us some guard play depth, and so that is a very good thing for us.
No doubt about that, and certainly we invite your phone calls. Hawk Talk tonight with Coach Bluder, 1-877-464-2957. That is 877-464-GO-HAWKS. If you have a question here at Bumps, so you can come on up and ask us. A great crowd, and this is only our second show in a new venue. Yeah,
we've got some new digs here. I like it. Great place for us to host the show. We really appreciate, Bumps and Oak Knoll for sponsoring the show and being a part of it, and look forward to this partnership, and look forward to having great crowds here every week. And thanks for coming out tonight, everybody.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Always appreciate it. Makes it a lot of fun, especially after last year having to do it over Zoom.
Yes.
Great to see everybody. And invite your phone calls, questions. We'll continue to talk Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. We'll be right back to Hawk Talk with Coach Bluder, presented by Oak Knoll from Learfield.
In Iowa, we grow corn, a lot of corn. We love seeing our farmers in the fields, and although they're perfect strangers, we know them. We know them by their equipment covered in dust. We know them by their work ethic, where days off don't exist. We know them by the way they wave, passing strangers alike on a 2-lane road. We know them in the midst of our kitchen as we prepare another family meal. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. The Iowa corn farmers are proud to be on the sidelines for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Get your ice cold Bud Light seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Check out Bumps Restaurant, located on Melrose Avenue in Iowa City, inside the new Nagel Family Clubhouse at Finkbine Golf Course. We use fresh whole ingredients and scratch cooking in all of our dishes. Come enjoy a blackberry avocado salad, our famous pork tenderloin, or maybe our signature Kinnick burger with a side of our fresh hand-cut french fries. And don't forget to try our legendary Mary and handcrafted cocktails. Reservations are encouraged. Make yours today by calling 319-335-9662. Bumps Restaurant, legendary man, legendary food.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Are you looking to downsize from your family home to begin your retirement years? Our Oak Knoll East campus is for you. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director at Oak Knoll. Our new campus has many unique amenities for your active lifestyle, in addition to providing the same great services that Oak Knoll has offered our residents for over 50 years. We're now open and have a few two-bedroom apartments still available. Call me at 319-351-1720 or visit oakknoll.com to set up your personal tour. Go Hawks!
After a cancer diagnosis, it's natural to want to start treatment right away. But first, get a second opinion from a team that specializes in your cancer. I'm Dr. George Weiner, Director of University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center. Before you start treatment, you deserve to be confident you have the right diagnosis and know every option available to you. So whether it's with us or somewhere else, get a second opinion. It can change your care and your life.
Welcome back to Bub's Hawk Talk with Coach Bluder, and we'll be here again on Monday from 6 until 7. The next 2 Mondays to close out the 2021 portion of the show here. So appreciate everybody coming out tonight, and hopefully the next 2 weeks as well. And also, if you are heading to Orlando for the Citrus Bowl after the holiday and looking for a place to have a good time, get to Howl at the Moon, where their live band plays favorite hits and anthems from the 80s, the 90s, also today, all night long. And they certainly take a lot of requests. I might have a few.
Oh, boy, that's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's quite a place. So make sure you check out the show at Howl at the Moon, 8815 International Drive in Orlando. I know the area well.
Wonder if they'll run out of beer there.
Yeah. It's been known to happen once or twice.
Yeah, it sure has. It sure has. Hey, while we're talking about that, we got to wish good luck to our men's team tonight as they take on Iowa State over there in Ames at Hilton Coliseum. Tip-off coming up here in a little bit. Man, I hope that Fran and his crew get a W over there.
Yeah, as we know, it won't be easy. And pregame show coming up right after we're done here at 7 o'clock, and then the tip right after 8 o'clock. So that should be interesting. That was rocking last night, and I'm sure we'll be rocking again tonight.
Yeah, it's strange how we have like wrestling and then women's basketball, men's basketball, all over there, and football. Every year it's like either there or here. And then last year we had no fans. We had all those, all those contests in Carver, Hawkeye Arena with nobody there. So it was too bad. Bad COVID timing.
I think Coach Brands had something to say about that on Sunday.
I'm sure he did.
Spent a lot of times in Ames here the last couple, 3 years.
Yeah.
But
and congratulations.
Plays, right?
Let's say congratulations to Tom Brands for getting a W over there against the Cyclones in wrestling last Sunday. That was great to see.
Yep, no doubt about it. And hopefully men get a victory tonight.
Oh, yes, let's go Hawks.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I'm sure 800 victories. You had to spend some time fielding texts and calls, and well-deserved after that from former players and coaches from around the country. And as you would be the first to say it, that's what it's all about, right? Great assistants.
Yep.
You've had a lot of assistants that are on your staff that have been part of a lot of victories, and just all those former players, too, that have had a part of it.
Yeah, that's what makes it special. It's like, really, it's just one more win, right? It's not like that's but when you ever have those, like, kind of century wins, it just gives you some time to, like, really look back. Because everything just moves so fast, right? You're getting ready for the next game. And it just moves so fast that you're always happy after a win for about 10 minutes, and then you're preparing for the next game. But when these kind of roll around, every 4 years or 5 years or so, it does give you some time to reflect and just really be thankful. And that's the main thing that I always take away from this is I'm just so thankful. Thankful I get to coach this team. Thankful that I'm an Iowa Hawkeye and that I've been able to be here for 22 years. Thankful for the staff. My gosh, Jan and Jenny have been around forever, 30 years. We've worked together. And then, Abby Stamp's been here a long time as well. She came in 2004 as a player, graduated in 2008 as a Big Ten champion, and then has been working with us in a variety of roles, now assistant coach role. Raina Harmon starting her 5th year with us. Catherine Reynolds was a player for us. So it's just, that those players and that staff, and then your family, of course, that really gives up a lot You know,
Sure
I
do.
mean, last night my son played, and I wasn't at that game, obviously, and just missed a lot of my daughter's high school games, most of her AAU games, and so you miss a lot in this profession, and your family gives up a lot. And then you think of the kids, you know, the players, and it was so rewarding to get the text messages and the emails and the phone calls from your former players, and that's what really, really makes it special. Is wow, all those kids, and that, I mean, it is amazing.
Yeah,
I love it.
Humbling experience too, because watching the video that was terrific after the game on Sunday, and you sitting down with Dr. Grant in your introductory press conference, and boy, that had to bring back some memories too.
Well, yeah, and I was 9 months pregnant at the time, as everybody had a good laugh about. And that was Emma. But, you know, Dr. Grant, you know, took chance, hired me, and she got a 5-year contract, and I was like, oh, you know, Dave, we get 5 years, you know. And here it is 22 years later. So I'm very, very thankful to Dr. Grant for giving me that opportunity. And, you know, Emma just, you know, that was in April. Emma didn't come till May 2nd for some reason. And I just remember getting those phone calls from Dr. Grant about every other day. And she'd say in her Scottish accent, you know, Lisa, have you had that baby yet? And
well done, by the way.
I've had a few Dr. Grant impersonations over the years. So wonderful, wonderful athletic director, and just think so much about her.
You think about too, a 5-year contract. When you first got into this business, you probably thought you had a 5-day contract, right?
Well, and it's that 5 years went fast, and then been lucky, like I say, to be here 22 years now.
Yep, no doubt about it. Well, we've got a couple of phone calls, so we'll head that direction. Right. And Anthony is in Des Moines. Anthony, how are you this evening?
Pretty good, Coach. Rob, how you kite folks doing this unusual December weather evening?
Yeah, it feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it does. Coach, first off, I want to congratulate you on your 800 career win on this past Sunday.
Thanks, Anthony.
And Coach, I know it was a tough loss for you at Iowa State, but the question, 2 questions I have for you. The rebounding issue, what do you guys need to do to better yourself with your players as you come up for your next Big Ten game? I don't know who you guys play on the next schedule. And the second question is for you, Coach. I saw you on TV this past Sunday wearing that 800 win shirt that you wore. I was wondering where I could get those shirts as well as also. Guys, I'll hang up and listen, and go Hawks. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anthony. Yeah, the rebounding, we did a much better job in Michigan State than we did against Iowa State. In Iowa State, we got 25% of offensive rebounds. They got 31% of offensive rebounds. So, you know, second chance points, Iowa State scores 16. We score 13, so they scored 3 more points on offensive rebounds than we did. You know, we got out-rebounded by 5. I thought at halftime our team really responded and did a much better job of crashing the O boards and boxing out. They got 5 offensive rebounds after getting 9 the first half. They got 5 the second half. And they're a good rebounding team. I mean, Ashley Jones does a great job on the boards, and their center, Morgan Kane, got 4 offensive rebounds. And so, you know, I thought we did a better job. We in the second half, again, you know, Kate Martin has 10 rebounds in this game, and McKenna Warnock has 8 rebounds. Caitlin Clark has 7. But, you know, it's something that I think we're doing actually better than we did last year. But, yeah, is there room for improvement? Absolutely. You want to always have more opportunities to shoot the ball by out-rebounding your opponents. And we out-rebounded Michigan State, or we got out-rebounded by 1, I guess, for Michigan State, and we got out-rebounded by 5 to Iowa State. So something we got to continue to work on, and it's a matter of focus. And, you know, we work on it. I mean, we drill it every single day. We talk about it a lot. It's one of our 4 defensive cornerstones. One of them is box out. And so we need to continue to work on that. The 800 short shirts, I think they've ordered some more. Maybe you can call our office, Anthony.
A hot commodity.
Yeah, I haven't got one. But Anthony.
Well, why would you, right?
Yeah. Why don't you call our office or call our marketing department and see if they can order you one? I shouldn't even say that, probably. I don't know if I should have said that or not.
That's just a phone call, right?
Well, that's true. That's true. Yep.
If they say no, then it's no.
And our next game was supposed to be this Sunday. We were supposed to play Nebraska on Sunday, and then Nebraska, even though this was a weekend, we were supposed to hold for Big Ten play, had scheduled a non-conference game, so we got bumped to January. And we really need to play right now. Like, we really need to not have a 10-day break right now between us and when we play Saturday, December 18th against University of Central Florida, which is a great team. This is a team that's in the NCAA tournament almost every year. It's one of the best defensive teams in the country. They play a great matchup zone, and they're led by a former Hawkeye, Katie Abrahamson. Henderson, who is doing a great job with that program. And so that's our next game on Saturday, the 18th at 6 o'clock. I wish we were playing this weekend.
Would it be legal to find another opponent? Even though it'd be very difficult to do at this stage.
It is difficult just because everybody's got their schedules done, I mean, we approached IUPUI, who we play on the 21st at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They had a COVID shutdown as well. So they're looking for games. So we asked them, would you be willing to play the 20th and the 21st since they're right here? And they declined that offer. But I think it would have been terrific for us to get 2 games in, before we have another break, before we go home for the holidays.
That's actually a good idea, a little doubleheader.
I was hoping, but they didn't go for it.
You talk about the rebounding, too, before we go to Karn. The three-pointers, over 50 three-pointers shot in the Iowa State game. And does that reflect sometimes those rebound numbers? Because you do get long rebound attempts. Hard to tell exactly where they're going to go.
Right. I think that, yes, the longer the shot, usually the longer the rebound. And when, Iowa State shoots so many threes, well, I mean, we shoot a lot of threes, too.
And there were a few that came off pretty hard.
Yeah.
last night, too.
I mean, usually 51% of their shots are threes. I mean, that's a crazy number. We are like 38, 39% of our shots are usually threes. So, yes, it does create longer rebounds. And but I do think that Iowa State does a good job of pursuing the ball.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But both teams were active going after the loose balls. Let's head to North Liberty and bring in Karn before we take our next break. Yeah, you there?
Hi, Karn.
I'm here.
Good.
Congrats on your 800th win. You go out and get a lot more of those wins, and we won't have to go to howl at the moon. We'll just go out and howl at the moon.
There you go. I like that.
And during I know last night you can't comment, but I kind of felt the crowd played the refs. But anyway, during the semester break, do you get together very often as a group, or do the girls have to do individual training? And you guys stay healthy and good luck.
Well, Karn, over semester break, we have our regular scheduled practices. What I like is that we don't have the time constraints. One of my visions for my team is that all my players graduate. That is just an absolute. They're going to graduate, and they're going to graduate in really good profession. We have an engineering major, we have pre-med majors, we have a dental. I mean, we've got them in all different areas of tough majors, and I'm really proud of that our women go on and have terrific careers after they leave our program. We adjust our practice schedule according to our players' academic schedules. For example, we were supposed to practice 9 to noon this semester, but because one of our engineering students had a class that would go until 9:20. We started at 10. We went 10 to 1. If kids have to leave early to get to class, they leave early to get to class. I mean, that's just the way it is. So during the semester break, it's kind of nice because you don't have classes, you don't have study groups, you don't have tutors, you don't have that they have to rush to class, and so it gives us a little more time. And it just makes it a little bit like you're not trying to get everything in, jammed in if the practice has to be a little bit shorter. But it also allows them to come back watch more film, come back, get some individual workouts in, get some shots up extra. So I really like the semester break just because it affords us more time and not having the stress of the academics, which is their priority, and it should be their priority, but it just makes it nicer for us coaches.
And then, of course, in January, you get several weeks there where there's no class, and then just concentrate on basketball, and then have some free time, and it just really frees up your mental space, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and the kids get together a lot, and they'll cook dinner together, and just do fun things together. They'll have game nights and stuff, and so they're just a terrific group. They really spend a lot of time together. They hang out together, and so that camaraderie even grows more when they have more time. But they'll get 4 days off for Christmas. We'll let them go home on the 22nd. After we play IUPUI, and then we'll bring them back on the, I can't remember if it's 26th or 27th. I can't remember right now which day we're coming back. I think 26th. Yes, 26th we're coming back. So they get 4 days, the 22nd through the 26th off. We'll start getting ready for that first or the next Big Ten game.
Right. Yeah, you forget already one in the books, and thankfully one and all. That's the key thing to go into the next portion of the Big Ten schedule with one victory already. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated, has been voted best of the area for the 9th consecutive year. Certainly proudly supports Iowa women's basketball. Visit Dodge Street Tire for all of your automotive needs, including the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating 29 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. And, of course, here in Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Corn is a multi-purpose crop which benefits the entire state. It feeds our livestock, nourishes our families, and provides clean burning fuel for our planet. Thank you to Iowa's corn farmers and, of course, the sponsor of the Cy-Hawk Series, Iowa Corn. We'll be back with more Hawk Talk with Coach Lisa Bluder, presented by Oaknall. This is Hawk Talk from Learfield.
The sense of pride that comes from the life of a farmer. How many people can say they have a famous tan named after them, or be known for their wave when they drive past neighbors and strangers alike on a 2-lane road? Whether it's a farmer's tan or the farmer's wave, we are proud to be known for a lot of things. We feel that pride every night at the dinner table, knowing we feed our family and yours. Iowa Corn is proud to be on the sidelines cheering on the Iowa Hawkeyes. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, the Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Bachmeyer Carpet One Floor and Home, the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, and Klosterman Construction, building custom homes for 20 years. Klosterman Construction is a premier custom home builder doing everything from remodels to exclusive custom homes. Klosterman takes the stress out of your building project. Award-winning designs, quality craftsmanship, and superior customer service. Call 319-545-7088.
Check out Bump's Restaurant, located on Melrose Avenue in Iowa City, inside the new Nagel Family Clubhouse at Finkbine Golf Course. We use fresh whole ingredients and scratch cooking in all of our dishes. Come enjoy a blackberry avocado salad, our famous pork tenderloin, or maybe our signature Kinnick burger with a side of our fresh hand-cut french fries. And don't forget to try our legendary Mary and handcrafted cocktails. Reservations are encouraged. Make yours today by calling 319-335-9662. Bump's Restaurant, legendary man, legendary food.
The holiday season is here. Time for laughter and time for cheer. This year, enjoy spending time celebrating with family and friends. Just remember, buzz driving is drunk driving. If you're going to drink, plan another way home before the celebration begins and encourage your friends and family to do the same. Even one too many drinks increases the risk of a crash while driving. Be responsible and have a happy holidays. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Are you looking to downsize from your family home to begin your retirement years? Our Oaknall East campus is for you. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director at Oaknall. Our new campus has many unique amenities for your active lifestyle, in addition to providing the same great services that Oaknall has offered our residents for over 50 years. We're now open and have a few 2-bedroom apartments still available. Call me at 319-351-1720 or visit oaknall.com to set up your personal tour. Go Hawks!
Oh, you know that old injury of yours? The one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Hawk Talk with Coach Bluder back at Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course. Our first year here. Great to have our second show already, and we'll be back on Monday from 6 until 7. And tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes back Hawkeye fans to Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans, and we want to make sure that everybody comes out for the next couple of home games. As Coach Bluder talked about Central Florida, a 6:30 start, and Indiana University, Purdue University of Indianapolis on the 21st, and that is a 2 o'clock game. Hey, I like that. That must be, is that a doubleheader?
It is. The men play at night. I think they don't play till 6 o'clock, though, so it's not really kind of a doubleheader, but I guess that's Ugly Sweater Day. I'm not sure what that all entails, if you get something for wearing an ugly sweater, but I'm sure we'll see our share.
They'll show up, right?
Oh, yes, they will.
Hey, we had a question here, Coach, about former players that are now in the coaching business, and I know there's several, and also players that are still playing professionally either in the United States or overseas.
Yeah, well, we have, if I remember right, we have 3 players playing professionally still. Megan Gustafson played for the Washington Mystics in the WNBA this past summer, and she is over in Poland. Am I saying that right? Poland right now. And Sam Logic is still playing, and I know Kathleen Doyle is in Turkey. So I know those 3 women are still playing overseas. And then coaching business, actually, we should send a congratulations out to Jenny, the former Jenny Lillis, Jenny Baranchek now, who is the head coach at Oklahoma. And Jenny is just got her 200th win. Her 200th career coaching win. She left Drake this past year, went to Oklahoma, and I'm really, really excited for her. So congratulations going out to Jenny. But we have other former Hawkeyes in the playing or coaching. Kara Consuegra coaches at University of North Carolina, Charlotte. Randy Henderson coaches at the University of Washington in St. Louis. Let's see, I'm missing a whole bunch right now. Kasheen Alexander is an assistant coach at James Madison. Got lots of high school coaches. Jamie Brandt, Jamie Prinny is at North Liberty. Christy Faulkner is in high school. Hang on just a second. Morgan Kasparek is in Chicago. Tanaya Davis is at University of Nebraska, Omaha. Zion Sanders is a graduate assistant at Tennessee. Lexi Civilian is a graduate assistant at Arkansas.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I know I'm missing some, and there's some coaches that have left our program and are doing really well now too. Jada Williams is only with us for a year. She's the head coach at in North Carolina, Coastal Carolina. She's there. Yeah, I'm sure I know I'm forgetting some, but those are the ones that come to my mind right away.
Yeah, well, that's quite a few, and some recently. That's nice to have a lot of players here recently getting into the coaching profession.
It really is nice to see. And both of our managers, our male managers last year went on, and they're GAs at a good Division I women's basketball programs as well.
And talking about Megan Gustafson, boy, she gets cut and just finds her way to another roster, and then really has an impact on the team.
Yeah.
Washington, coming down the stretch, Megan was playing quite a bit.
You know, and I think that everybody realizes just Megan, how hard she works and what a great teammate she is regardless of her role. Doesn't matter if she starts, doesn't matter if she plays 2 minutes. She's going to give it her all in practice. She's going to bring positive energy. She's going to be a great teammate. And we need more of those young women in the WNBA. So I think she's just earned herself a spot because she's such a great competitor and great kid. I also Sean Sullivan is another one of our former managers. He's now video coordinator at North Carolina for their women's basketball program. So even some of our managers going on and doing some really great things.
And staying in the business. That's
Nicole
great
Mulford
to see.
is at Luther College. Yeah,
Sure.
I know
Like you
now
said,
more
you
are
got a
coming
bunch,
into
right?
my mind. Yeah.
That's a pretty good start, though. The key thing is they're making an impact on young players throughout the country.
Absolutely.
Blue is caring, Blue is convenient, and now Blue is Medicare Advantage from Wellmark Advantage Health Plan, offering all-in-one Medicare coverage, our extensive network, and the confidence of being covered by Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Learn more at wellmarkadvantage.com. We'll be right back with more Hawk Talk with Coach Bluder, presented by Oaknall from Learfield.
Anything can happen when the Cyclones and Hawkeyes come to compete. It's where the rubber meets the road. Neighbors become rivals and friends become foes. Some go home broken-hearted, while others are victorious. When the dust finally settles, one thing stands true. No matter which side you're on, you're part of tradition for those who are Iowan through and through. We're Iowa Corn, a proud sponsor of the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Check out Bump's Restaurant, located on Melrose Avenue in Iowa City, inside the new Nagel Family Clubhouse at Finkbine Golf Course. We use fresh whole ingredients and scratch cooking in all of our dishes. Come enjoy a blackberry avocado salad, our famous pork tenderloin, or maybe our signature Kinnick burger with a side of our fresh hand-cut french fries. And don't forget to try our legendary Mary and handcrafted cocktails. Reservations are encouraged. Make yours today by calling 319-335-9662. Bump's Restaurant, legendary man, legendary food.
Flu season is here, and you can get your flu shot now at your Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and you can schedule your appointment online. Just go to Hy-Vee.com/mypharmacy. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you get a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver. This year, it's more important than ever to stay healthy. So go online to Hy-Vee.com/mypharmacy today to schedule your flu shot and get a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver. Some restrictions may apply.
The holiday season is here. Time for laughter and time for cheer. This year, enjoy spending time celebrating with family and friends. Just remember, buzz driving is drunk driving. If you're going to drink, plan another way home before the celebration begins and encourage your friends and family to do the same. Even one too many drinks increases the risk of a crash while driving. Be responsible and have a happy holidays. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Get ready to rock into 2022 at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. Earn entries in December for your chance to win one of 2 brand new Honda CR-Vs. Grand prize drawings will be held on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. On New Year's Eve night, America's premier classic rock tribute band, Arch Allies, will perform in the newly remodeled Events Center. Tickets are on sale now at riversidecasinoandresort.com.
Welcome back to Bumps. Remaining minutes of Hawk Talk with Coach Bluder. Remember, we'll be right back here next Monday, 6 until 7. And then the following Monday as well, the closeout Hawk Talk for 2021 portion of the schedule, and then ramp it back up for 2022. You can check out the full show schedule at HawkeyeSports.com. Just go to the Connect tab, and it'll bring up all of the dates for the remainder of the year. Mostly Mondays, but there are a couple of Tuesdays and maybe a Wednesday sprinkled in there, but we'll try to keep you up to date on the broadcast as well as we can. And Coach, you mentioned Kathleen Doyle. It was great to see her several weeks ago. Made it to a home game, and then world traveler now, huh?
Yes,
overseas.
Yes, she's over in Turkey and doing well. I'm excited for her to have this opportunity. I hope that she can come back and possibly try out and make a roster in the WNBA. It's such a hard roster to make, only 144 spots. And, you know, the women that are in there don't really leave. And so you get all this new talent coming up, and you got foreign talent that we bring in. And so it's really hard to make a roster in the WNBA. So I'm hoping that she gets another opportunity next year.
And it seems like with Kathleen and also Megan Gustafson, hey, maybe play as long as you can, and if it's overseas, it's overseas. Nothing wrong with that.
And Sam Logic has certainly done that and done a good job of that. You know, every year she's been going overseas. She graduated in 2015, 2016 maybe. 2016 or I think was her last year. So she's been playing for quite a while. Played in the WNBA for a little bit, but then just goes overseas every winter and continues to play.
And it's kind of nice too. You can end up doing both.
Yes.
The summer schedule and then heading overseas.
Yeah, like Megan's doing that. You know, getting a WNBA season and then going overseas. So she's playing basketball 12 months a year.
And I'm sure there's certainly different levels and better opportunities and better places. You know, Poland might be better than someplace else, so you try to find a good fit where you can at least enjoy yourself too.
Right, and like Megan moved up a league. She's in the Euro League now, which is, you know, the best league that really is in Europe. And so last year she wasn't in that league. She really played well, and then got a contract to go up with a higher level team this year in Poland. So higher team usually means more money, better you know, hotels and that sort of thing, better travel and better competition.
And that counts.
Yes, it does when you're living on the road.
Right, and especially with you know, players like that, you have to be willing to leave your family, leave your friends,
that's
and
right,
go to a strange country to play basketball, because there's a lot of downtime, and that's not easy either.
There is. Megan's got a dog, Panny, Panny the Corgi, and so she's lucky that Corgi's got its own passport, I guess. So, I mean, that
frequent
dog's
flyer miles
been
too.
all over the place, and you know, her parents have been over there to see her. Her sister's been over there to see her. But, yeah, you know, it's got to be hard. It's got to be lonely. But, you know, Megan is so good at making friends. I remember when she came here, she was so quiet, so reserved. And now here she is traveling the world. Who would have ever thought that would have happened? It's just amazing. But, you know, she does have some American teammates. And so one of them is Marissa Kostanek, actually. Alexis Kostanek played for us. And Marissa, her older sister, who played at North Carolina State, is on the same team as Megan. So it's kind of weird. We have an Iowa connection there.
Shocking, right?
I know.
Everywhere you go.
Yeah.
You got to go Hawks anywhere. Well, we'll be back and finish off with Coach Bluder here for Hawk Talk. Remember the pregame, Iowa and Iowa State men coming up at 7. Tip-off from Hilton Coliseum at 8 here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. More Hawk Talk with Coach Bluder, presented by Oaknall from Learfield.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Bachmeyer Carpet One, Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, and the Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, named Iowa Tourism's 2021 Hotel of the Year and awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
Flu season is here, and you can get your flu shot now at your Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and you can schedule your appointment online. Just go to Hy-Vee.com/mypharmacy. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you get a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver. This year, it's more important than ever to stay healthy. So go online to Hy-Vee.com/mypharmacy today to schedule your flu shot and get a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver. Some restrictions may apply.
Check out Bump's Restaurant, located on Melrose Avenue in Iowa City, inside the new Nagel Family Clubhouse at Finkbine Golf Course. We use fresh whole ingredients and scratch cooking in all of our dishes. Come enjoy a blackberry avocado salad, our famous pork tenderloin, or maybe our signature Kinnick burger with a side of our fresh hand-cut french fries. And don't forget to try our legendary Mary and handcrafted cocktails. Reservations are encouraged. Make yours today by calling 319-335-9662. Bump's Restaurant, legendary man, legendary food.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, the hotel at Kirkwood Center, Klosterman Construction, the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, and Bachmeyer Carpet One, Floor and Home of the beautiful Guarantee. Bachmeyer Carpet One is proud to support the Hawkeyes. If you're looking to remodel, build a new home, or just redo a room, we are your flooring store. Outstanding design and sales staff with the knowledge to guide you in a friendly, stress-free atmosphere. Bachmeyer Carpet One. Come visit us.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Remaining minutes, Hawk Talk with Coach Bluder. We'll be back at Bumps on Monday night from 6 until 7. Quick look at the U.S. Bank scoreboard as we've got 3 Big Ten games at half. Number 10, Indiana 51, Fairfield 27. Indiana, one of those teams in the top 20 for Big Ten Conference. At the half, it is Penn State 25, Rutgers 24. And Illinois leads Michigan State 34-26 at the half. And then a little bit later on tonight, it is number 13, Michigan at Wisconsin. Coach, how much you pay attention to the Big Ten this time of year when you know that things are rapidly approaching, but still have 2 non-conference games in which to play, but it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because everybody's going to have 2 or 3 Big Ten games in before, we get our, we only have 1 in before Christmas. And so that's kind of odd. So it does make you, as soon as the Big Ten starts playing each other, you kind of look at the scores even more. But certainly during the big non-conference season, we're cheering for each other because we want, obviously, our conference strength to be as high as possible because that's going to allow more teams from the Big Ten into the NCAA tournament with invitations. So, right now we've got some really good programs in the Big Ten. Indiana's doing really well. Ohio State's doing well. Michigan's doing well. Of course, Maryland predicted to be could be a Final Four team. So we got some really great teams right now in the Big Ten.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So what does the rest of the week look like? Of course, finals rapidly approaching as well. Is it just more concentrate on Iowa, trying to improve some of the things we've talked about?
Yeah, it really is. We have practice Friday. We'll take next Wednesday off. So we go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We'll go 5 in a row. Take Wednesday off, and then we'll have 2 days, Thursday, Friday, to prep for Central Florida. We'll start that prep probably on Tuesday as far as the scouting report. So we have 3 days to get ready for Central Florida. But between now and Tuesday, we're going to work on ourselves. We're going to get up and down the court a lot. We need to get our fast break going, our transition game going, and the only way you can do that is by getting up and down the court. And we'll go against ourselves quite a bit, but we'll also bring in a practice squad of guys that will, push us as well. And so sometimes you're coaching 2 teams, your team, and trying to get the guys to run a certain thing and so that you can get better at a certain aspect of your game. But no, I think it'll be really good for us to be able to really watch some film and spend some time working on Iowa right now and getting that flow back, getting that offensive flow back.
And this is a period, too, where it can be developmental for some of the younger players as well to maybe make a push.
Yeah, and like I said, that this is the time of year, like with Christmas time, is when that light bulb kind of turns on for those young players. And maybe it is because they don't have the stress of academics and they can really just focus on basketball at this point. So hopefully that's going to happen. I really have high hopes for like Sydney Alforder, who, didn't get off the bench yesterday, sprained her ankle in practice the day before. before, but really, she's such a good athlete and a basketball player, and it'll come, and Kylie Feuerbach had a tough night, going over to Iowa State. That was tough.
Wasn't easy.
For her mentally to go over there. The crowd was on her. The team, the opposing team was on her. They weren't happy with her transferring to Iowa. We're certainly thankful because she is a good basketball player and probably didn't show it to her best of ability yesterday, but I got to give her some grace there because that was a tough situation.
No doubt about it, Coach. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on Monday.
Hey, let's go Hawks tonight. Let's
Absolutely.
go. Get a W.
Yep, and that is coming up right as soon as we're done, and we'll be back here Monday from 6 until 7. Thanks so much for everybody coming out to Bumps, and we'll see you next Monday here on the Hawkeye Radio Network.